Hello there, beautiful human souls. This is Tara Peak, Mandala Mama, and I wanted to share with you something that me and my kids have found to be very helpful during this time that we are facing, which seems to just keep bringing up and surfacing more and more and more for us to heal with. One of the things that I've learned the most on my spiritual journey is everything that we see, every way and emotion that gets triggered inside of us is the doorway of where our greatest healing occurs. And if we go into it and we face it, this is where we actually transmute and make the biggest change on this planet. But that's not the easiest thing to do, is to face everything that we're triggered with and to immediately go into the heart space, transmute it, and expand that love and light into the world. And for some of you, if you resonate with the idea of being an energetic light worker, that's really difficult to sometimes hold and ground down the inner light and to really place that on the earth. But that's the greatest thing that we can do, especially when we are being triggered outside of us. It's more of the inner work that's going to heal the outside as we, instead of fighting for what changes we want, to make the change ourselves. And that creates the biggest example to humanity and lifts the vibration. So where there is light, and the more light there is, the more the darkness is illuminated, the more the darkness is exposed. And right now, there is so much light on this earth. No matter how you're seeing things, there's more light down here than has been here in such a long time. That is pushing the darkness to be exposed. And we're seeing one thing after the next, surface and rise, so that we can heal not just for ourselves, but we can heal generational dis-ease and disturbance in our energetic field and transmute it into a better world. So going into what we can use to help us to ground down that light, or to even just kind of ground within ourselves a little bit more stability when all of these emotions are coming up. And our human self needs to feel these emotions. Our emotions are made to be felt, not to be tucked away, not to just not be human, but to actually really embrace our human and see that our human has a lot of darkness that's within every single one of us on some level that we do need to work with. And nature provides that tool. Hi, Sunny. Oh, gosh. Nature provides that tool for us. Not only does nature give us exactly what we need to help heal ourselves, our planet, our world, humanity, but strangely enough, even if you don't realize how connected you are to her, she will give you right in your own yard things that you need, that you can use to really, really help you in the moment that you are finding distress, or actually in any moment of where you are, just by walking outside. Thanks, bud. Thanks for being the background noise. Just by walking outside with your bare feet, you will find all of her hidden treasures. So one thing that me and my kids love during this time, and we have like just devoured it every single day. I'll find Sunny coming out. I can tell he's so connected, and he'll just be eating this magical plant, and it's called pineapple. So here's pineapple weed, which is a relative of chamomile. It even looks exactly like chamomile without the flowers. It grows pretty low to the ground. So here's, my hand, it's no bigger than my hand. And you can eat all of this, but the best is, just like you would chamomile, to put it as a tea. So my kids will pick these little tops. They actually smell just like pineapple. It smells and looks a lot like chamomile, but it has a little undertone of pineapple. And the more yellow they are, the more sweet they are. So we just put these in tea. We'll pick them and put the entire stalk in a tea. And then just after it brews and steeps for about 10 minutes, we'll take it out. But my kids will come out and just kind of pick on these as though they're just little snacks and treats. I've even seen my cats nibble on it. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, even the wild animals realize what these properties of these plants offer. So this is known as pineapple weed, but some people do call it false chamomile. And as you can see, it just grows low to the ground all over. And it's so soft. Just grows right along the pathways, covering all of this. And yes, my land is very wild. We do enjoy keeping it pretty wild. I'm starting to grow, I have a little garden plot that I'm trying to create with just myself the best I can. But yeah, wild chamomile. I hope that you find yourself utilizing some of nature's most potent medicine and allowing yourself to move through healing with the ease of plants. Not only does it balance our digestive system, it helps us to aid kind of that digestion of life. It also calms our nervous system, helps us to relax and fall asleep at night when we have so much going on in our heads and our minds. So you might find this right in your backyard. You don't have to go buy it. You don't have to go grow it. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to see any people if that's not what you're desiring to do right now. Just connect. She's right here offering her medicine. And look at it, it's just screaming for us to touch and pet and stroke and nibble on. And it's so good. It's like a little baby pineapple right in your yard. Today is the last day of spring and we're moving into a new season, which is going to bring even more change. And as much as I can support you and help prep you for the changes that are coming, because that's all we can do, is we can move through the changes with as much grace as we can, still staying on to our human, but grounding down, right? Our higher self, that higher part of us that kind of hovers over life with a bigger, broader picture of why we're moving through all these things we're moving through on the planet. So I hope that this was helpful. I love you all so much, and in any way that I can, I'm trying to help in my situation where time seems to just kind of be on pause and very filled with all of these wonderful beings that I get to share this moment with. There's always goodness that we can look for and always things that we can find that help keep our energy lifted, our vibration high, and love expanding from us.